Okay, there you go. Let's see.
I need to unclick a button. Right, we're good. Hello, everyone. I think we're live. We'll just double check. Yes, we are. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our slightly late than usual 11:11 portal meditation. We have been away for a little while, but we're very glad to be back with you. So, for those of you who don't know us, I am Ceryn.
And I am Yolandi, and yeah, welcome. So we're a day late, but I'm actually really glad we're a day late because we've just had a beautiful conversation about what we're going to talk about today, and it feels really important that we've moved through the portal and we are now riding the wave. So that's what today feels about.
And it's a really interesting thing. I think I don't know about what your experience has been, Yolandi. I feel like I should say at this point we have Team Project Earthwork for the last 4 weeks has been very disparate because Yolandi has been off in South Africa and then she came back, and as she came back, Charlie and I kind of dissipated to different woodlands, and so we've all kind of been doing our own thing in our own little corners for the last few weeks, and it's meant that we've literally been out of touch with each other.
Yeah.
But also, we have been very much kind of in our own little bubbles and picking up on different things that are inevitably connected, but they feel different in the moment. So it's really interesting, I think, that as we come back to you now at the end of this portal, this kind of, I say this portal at the end of this Samhain to 11:11 portal, we haven't really been in touch with one another during this time. We're really just coming back together as we come back to all of you. And I feel like that's a really powerful thing. You know, that period in time, Samhain to 11:11, is said to be a real portal of ancestral work, of kind of tuning into the other realms. And it's a time when wisdom can really just drop in for us. And so I really hope for those of you watching this, you have had a bit of time and space during that time to let whatever is dropping in drop in. And if you haven't, then please know that that's fine. It's now is the time when it starts to alchemize and it starts to settle in you as well. And I think that's probably what's facilitated the conversation that we've just had this evening, Andy.
Yeah. And I mean, it's been a really interesting time for me as well. And I feel like the ancestral work and all of that has been really intense. And it's been very beautiful to get back to my roots, going back home as well, and then coming back and getting my citizenship here as well in the UK. And it was so beautiful, like having like really linked myself back in energetically into the land in South Africa, and then returning here, and then literally a few days later going, ta-da, now I'm part of this land as well. So it's just this like whole like my multi ancestral connections like coming online during that beautiful sacred period. So yeah, I'm very, very grateful for that, and being able to obviously be here now again, back in my land that I love so much here as well. It's been really potent and very beautiful.
Yeah. And I think there's a real beauty to you talking about that, because what we are going to talk about this evening, and probably where we're going to journey to, it requires a rootedness.
Mm.
We are living in times that are, they keep saying, don't they? These are unprecedented times. And I keep seeing that meme online where people are going, I'm sick of the unprecedented times. Can we just have precedented times now, please? We are. There's no two ways about it. I cannot tell you since I came back from the woods how many messages I've had from friends, from clients being like, everything feels like it's shit. Everything feels like it's really scary and it's really shit. And it does. I hear you. I am not going to bypass that in any way, shape, or form. And I am very conscious that what we're going to talk about tonight, as we talk about rooting into ourselves, I really want to put it on the line and say that we are in no doubt of the fact that we sit here as people who have quite a lot of privilege, as people who are able to be like, yeah, ride the waves, from a place where we have roofs over our heads, a place where we have food in our fridges, a place where we are white-skinned women, and all of the different things that make our lives easier to contend with than a lot of people out there in the world. And so please know that we don't deny any of that. And what I want to say to you is, these unprecedented times, the more we can root into who we actually are, the more, and by that I don't even mean any of the things that the world will tell us we are. I mean, what is going on within us, what is our power, what is our wisdom, all of that stuff. The more sturdy we become in order to face these ongoing unprecedented times.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like, we've been speaking about the chaos for a few months now because it feels like there's been a build up, and especially with what's happening in the skies and like, with all that, like it's literally, it's been building up, and we really spoke tonight before we came onto this call about like how are we managing this time, like last it's been like elections and wars, and everything is just like it's massive chaos out there, right? Like the energy is so intense for so many people, for all of us, because we're all feeling it. And it's just like, so how are we managing this? Like how are we rooting back? Are we coming back into who we are? Or are we letting all of this reflected chaos become us? Okay, so we like this in the eye of the storm. What are we becoming the storm, or are we allowing ourselves to be the strongest part? Because this, as we both said tonight whilst we were chatting, this is a time of like evolution. Like we are evolving into a different freaking timeline right now. And we have to be able to move with this, not resist this energy that is literally feels like it could consume us if we just allowed it.
And I keep using this line in my brain. And when I'm talking to people, the world needs a revolution. We know that.
Yeah.
The world needs a revolution in so many different ways. The world doesn't revolutionize itself. It only changes when we change. Every revolution starts with us. It starts with each and every one of us. And one of the biggest things we can do in order to be the right conduits for that revolution, in order to be the right kind of people to carry this forward, is to actually revolutionize ourselves in order to remember that we are the storm. As Yolandi just said, we are the fucking storm. We were not made to stand there in the same way that none of us were made to stand there and look pretty and go, yes, yes, thanks. No, thanks. Yes, no. We were made to put our shoulders back and say our pieces and be who we are supposed to be. We are also not made to stand firmly, not shake in any breeze, not evolve, not do. We are made to be the storm. And it is time that we stepped into that place of recognizing ourselves not as the one being drowned by the waters, not as the one being struck by lightning and frightened, not as the one cowering from the thunder, not as the one being shaken by the wind, but as the storm, because that's where our power comes.
Oh man, and that's it, right? And the thing is, the stronger we become within ourselves, the more we can hold. The more we can hold for other people, the more we can basically be part of like holding so many people who are floundering and falling down, right? Because that is so much part of this like whole idea of being a light worker, being a way shower, being one of the people who want the world to be a better place, right? That's what we're doing. So in our strength, we are literally creating like a vortex of strength that pulls other people up again, right? So I feel like this is like this energy for this portal is just so fucking potent. Like I literally, the last few days I've been like, I feel like I'm just like, I want to burst out of my skin because I'm so glad to be in my body, and also so glad that I get to feel all these feels so that I can become more of me, basically.
And I think, we were talking before about the fact that we're sitting here now, 12th of November. We are a week away from Pluto changing signs. And this is like a generation astrological transit. Pluto, that's this sign of death, of change, of composition, of the underworld, of the shadows, of all things fearful, or this planet of all those things, I should say. It is moving from this place from Capricorn, that was a very kind of regimented, structured place, that was a methodical, this is step by step by step by step, moving into Aquarius. Aquarius is the revolutionary. Aquarius is the one who's like, should we just fuck about and find out a little bit? Let's do it. Let's see what happens, because I've got this idea and I think we can get there. Let's just do it. It is asking us now to confront all of our fears of that, all of our fears of not having the plan, all of our fears of not knowing the next step, all of our fears of what happens when we look at, what we see and we go, well, then this has got to lead us to XYZ. And instead just be able to actually trust in the bone and the sinew of our own bodies. Know that even when the world around us seems like it's in absolute chaos, maybe we've got this. Maybe we do know the way forward, even if we don't realize.
Yeah. And I've got this vision of like evolution as a concept, right? Like every time that body, whatever it was busy evolving, it didn't know where it was going, right? But like eventually it got little arms and it started walking and it was coming out the water and all of, so it's like it didn't have a roadmap. It didn't have a like a little booklet that said, "Dear Amoeba, would you just do this to get to this space?" Right? Like there was nothing told. It just had an instinctive knowing of the movement that it needed to get to the space of like just forwardness, right? Like it's just like that evolution is about going forward. And for me, this is like, let's all just be in that space. Let's just get to that place where we're okay not to have the roadmap right now. Let's
Yeah,
just fucking walk. Like, just do this.
absolutely. I did a workshop a few weeks ago on shapeshifter energy. And one of the things we spoke about in that workshop is the fact that scientists, to this point in time, scientists believe that when a caterpillar goes into a cocoon, it doesn't actually know what's happening to it. They have found no evidence to suggest that a caterpillar can recognize the butterfly it's going to become. So they've found no evidence. I mean, we can't read butterfly minds, so what do we know? But they've found no evidence to suggest that they actually know what's happening. All they know is, I got to wrap myself in this cocoon. That's all they know. Imagine being in that place of being, you're basically wrapping yourself as far as you know in your own coffin.
Yes.
And it reminds me of that Valerie Kaur quote about, is this the darkness of the womb or the darkness of the tomb? And I saw a post from her the other day where she said maybe it can be both. Because actually that butterfly, that caterpillar is wrapping itself in what is effectively its coffin, and then it's disintegrating into all sorts of just goo with no idea of what's going to happen next. Like with its caterpillar brain, it's like, okay, cool, I'll do that. That's what I'm going to do. That sounds like a lovely rest, and I'm here for it. We humans, the way we're conditioned, we'd be like, no, I'm not becoming goo. No. So then we'd miss out on our beautiful butterfly wings, and we'd miss out on our beautiful butterfly bodies, and we'd miss out on that bit where we shake out and we shake off the cocoon and we go, oh my God, look how beautiful I am. And then we fly. Like, how much are we missing out on by not just going, all right, I'm going to trust myself to do what feels right, even if it feels like dissolution.
Yeah. So I really want to tonight, while you're in this like process with us, wherever we're gonna go, it's like allow yourself not to resist whatever comes up for you tonight, because whatever comes up for you tonight is what you are needing to work with, right? Like, so as we speak, as like the channeling's happening and the whatever's gonna happen, it's just like allow yourself just to not, don't resist. Like this is a time for surrender. And this is really what we are needing to do so that we can become stronger.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love it. Right. Okay. So, in normal fashion, we have no idea where we're going to go. You go first, then I'll go.
Yeah, and then we'll just see where we go. I'm just going to put a timer on so that, as always, what is it doing? So that, as always, I don't run on for 10 years, because you never know what will happen when I start channeling. And yes, let's go and see where we end up.
Perfect. Okay. And just say hello to Charlie if you are out there, because she's looking after our beautiful lands out there. And just one thing before we go in, we totally forgot to tell you, but Reawaken the Gaia Within is coming back next year to Glastonbury, and we will be there in July. So the 19th and the 20th of July, there will be a weekend workshop. We are going to be going to some special places on the Sunday. We've got a bit of a private access organized at the Chalice Well for you guys. So there's a whole bunch of really awesome things that we're going to be doing this year. So put it in your diaries. We will be sending out details later in the week. There will be emails, there'll be social media, all that good stuff. Get your tickets. We are very excited for this one. We loved our last one this year, and so yeah, this is going to be absolute magic.
We haven't even told you about all of the magic that unfolded this year when we were there, but my God, it was one of the most powerful experiences of my entire life. And I can't actually, the way this one is already shaping up, and we haven't fully got all of the nuts and bolts in place yet, but the way that this one is shaping up already, I think it's just going to be even more mind-blowing. So I cannot wait. As Yolandi says, when we talk about this week, I think we're going to do something where if you want to book up before the end of this year, we'll have a little bit of a special little boost to book up early. Equally, if you are somebody who's going, I'd love to come, but last year the price was a bit prohibitive to me, we're going to be doing a monthly payment plan that starts now. So you can do it bit by bit between now and July. You got stacks of time. It's not a problem. And we just can't wait. The women who gathered with us this year were just incredible and we had the luscious time. And this year there's going to be space for more. So if you would like to come and join with us, then we would absolutely love to see you there. And we would absolutely love to share in the magic. It's also about 2 days before Mary Magdalene feast day, which we only realized today and got a little bit excited about. So there's going to be some real priestessy vibes going on and we can't wait.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so yeah, let's go and play. And yeah, I hope you enjoy.
Yes. Okay, so just as always, let's just start by opening up the space. So get yourself nice and comfy. If you are able to do so, join me in a bit of a meditation to connect the space for all of us together. If you're not able to, if you're driving or something like that, it's absolutely fine. Just listen along. You don't have to close your eyes. I will, however, be talking as though we all have our eyes closed. So if you are able to, then please just join me in getting nice and comfy, bringing your eyes to a close. And when you're ready, just starting by taking a few deep breaths. And as you breathe, just let yourself come into your body, anchoring yourself into the fullness that is you. For just now, whatever is going on around you, whatever is going on in the world around us all, let's just let it all go. Let it all be what it is and know it'll be there for us to pick up when we're ready. But for right now, let's just focus on ourselves, on our body, our being in this moment, in this time, and in this place. As you breathe, just know that wherever you are right now is not a coincidence. It's exactly where you are supposed to be. The original intention of Project Earthwork was always about bringing pillars of light to every part of the world. And see yourself as that pillar of light. See yourself as that being that is that powerful, wise, ferocious heart that carries so much love for Gaia, that offers so much power to Gaia, and that in return is tended and is loved by this beautiful planet of ours in every moment. And just let yourself breathe in that love and that tending, and breathe out whatever it is, your own signature of your own power, of your own truth that you bring to that part of the world that you call yours in this moment. And as you continue to breathe, let's just start by calling in that circle around us, calling out to the east and to air, to intuition, to inspiration and to wisdom, to the power of our dreams and the power of our breath, to the birds and the butterflies, to the winds and to the clouds. To the east and to the air, we invite them to join with us, to work with us and to bless this time, this space and this work we do together. Welcome. Turning next to the south and calling out to the south and to fire, to passion, to action, to creativity, to illumination and to warmth. Calling out to the volcanoes and to the dragons, calling out to the candle flames, to the torches, to the bonfires and to the wildfires. Calling out to the radiance of the sun that is that great life force of energy for everyone and everything on this planet and beyond. To the south and to the fire, we invite them to join with us, to work with us and to bless this time, this space and this work we do together. Welcome. Turning to the west and calling out to the west and to water, to the ebb and the flow of the tides, to the cleansing and the release of our tears, to the nourishment of the rains, to the depths and to the reflection of the lakes, of the seas and of the waters, to the forever onward movement of the streams, to the consciousness and the wisdom that is held in the waters that run through every part of this planet, to the whales, the dolphins, the fish and the merfolk who are the keepers of that consciousness. To the west and the water, we invite them to join with us, to work with us and to bless this time, this space and this work that we do together. Welcome. And then turning to the north, calling to the north and to the earth, to the trees and the plants, to the animals, to the mountains, the rocks and the caves, We call out to groundedness, to surety, to steadfastness, to fertility, to nourishment, and to abundance. To the north and to the earth, we invite them to join with us, to work with us, to bless this time, this space, and this work that we do together. Welcome. And so as I sit in this place, I call out to those elements in all corners of the earth and beyond. And I draw that circle around us across time and space so that whenever, wherever you are watching or listening to this, you know that you are held in this beautiful sacred space, that you are held in this powerful protective space, by east, by south, by west, by north, and back to east, calling in a circle of the deepest protection, a circle of connection of all of those who come with the greatest good of us, of one another, of this planet, of this earth at their hearts, calling in a circle of connection to the spirit realms, to all of those who wish to step forward with us as we embark upon this journey with the same mission that we have to protect this beautiful planet of ours, to raise the consciousness of the entire universe and beyond. As we do so, we call in this circle of wisdom, of power. We call in this circle of evolution. We call in this circle that is a reminder of all that we are, of all that we were born for, and all that we bring to this place at this time. By east, by south, by west, by north, and back to east. With this circle open, we call at the center. To soul, to space, to spirit, and to ether, we call out to our guides and our helpers, our teachers and our inspirers, our ancestors of soul, of heart, of bones, of lineage, and of this beautiful planet of ours. We call out to the love and the guidance of spirit. We call out to the wisdom and the power of soul, to the vast, limitless potential of space, and to the great mysteries of ether. And we call in the center, soul, space, spirit, ether. We call out and we invite them to join with us, to work with us, and to bless this time, this space, and this work that we do together. And as we do so, we call to every facet of our own beings, to our own souls, to our own spirits, throughout all directions of time and space, to everything that we are, to everything that we have been, to everything that we will ever be. We call that into ourselves, and we feel ourselves in this moment in our fullest, most radiant, most powerful form. Just allow yourself as you breathe to feel that fullness of yourself. Feel the way it is held by this beautiful earth. Feel the way its radiance stretches all the way up to meet and match the radiance of the great central sun. Feel the way all of our being, all of our entire being throughout all directions of time and space is held by this beautiful cosmos in which we all float. It's held by that great cosmic womb that is the center of all possibility, the center of all potential, the place within which all things are possible. And feel those three forces as they hold us: earth, source, cosmos, Gaia, the divine, space, potential, radiance, support. We are held by all of them. We are all of them. And let yourself just take a big, deep breath as you breathe in those forces within your own being, as you breathe in that energy that is you, as you feel the radiance of your own self in all of its ways. And know that you are the light that illuminates any darkness that you find, that you are always the fire that warms any moment of cold, that you are divine, that you are Gaia, that you are cosmos. And with that said, I invite anyone who wishes to step forward and speak with us this evening to do that now, to step in, to crossing the bridges and the thresholds, to come into my energy field and talk with all of those who you wish to speak with. And as we do, I invite you to sit with your own radiance, with your own power, to be open, as Yolandi said, to whatever this unfolds within you as we take this journey together. If you wish to open your eyes again, just continue to breathe. Make sure you're all the way back in your body before you do that. But if you wish to simply keep your eyes closed for this transmission and let it wash over you and be what it is, that's absolutely fine too. And right now, I just step aside and allow those who wish to speak through me. You were made for this. You were made in the moment when all things ceased to be as they were and in one split second became something new. Will you defy that tradition and allow yourself now to hold on to what was instead of stepping into what will be? You find yourself, my dear ones, at a threshold of the old and the new. There are many in this world who wish to hold on to the new. We see them, we know them. We can carry the flame of anger, the torches that will burn to each and every one of them. And for those hearts that wish to, we understand. There is a great anger, a great fear, and a great disgust at so many of those who wish to live in the past and live in ways that have long since been outgrown by this world. Yet, step back from that anger. Know that the disgust is also a disgust at fear itself. Ask yourself what exists in the fringes of this fire that you hold aloft as a torch. Ask yourself what could be alchemized if your fear was placed upon the bonfire instead of your enemies. Ask yourself how, if we were to blaze this fire of fear, we could turn it into a fire of alchemy, how those enemies too may begin to see the way things could be different. It is not your job to teach. It is not your job to pull anyone to say, look here, watch this way. It is your job simply to burn your own fears upon this bonfire of alchemy and to watch as they burn and illuminate the pathway forward for you. You stand now at a threshold between the old and the new, and on this threshold all of you are given the opportunity to go backwards or to go forwards. Which will it be? If you are to go forwards, here is where you will find yourself. In a place that at present seems dark, but for the torch that you carry within your hand, at a place that seems uncertain, that seems unknowing, that seems perhaps that it will press its weight upon you with a burden that cannot be seen, cannot be felt as anything but certain death. The certain death is where the change comes. We must allow the old to die, and in doing so, we must allow parts of our own selves to die. In the days that come from this one onwards, the transition that the speaker has spoken of already, you are faced with a choice, my dear ones. You are faced with a choice to understand what you yourself will allow to die, what you yourself wish to carry forward. You may think of this on a collective basis. What do you wish to carry forward for the entirety of humanity and indeed beyond? You may think of this on a collective basis. What do you wish to carry forward for the whole of time immemorial that stretches in front of us all? But I do not ask you to do this. At this time, I ask you only what you wish to carry forward within yourself, what you wish to relinquish. Your job is not, and has never been, to be one of all. That comes automatically. Do you understand that when each and every soul upon this planet is being the truest light of themselves, when each and every soul upon this planet is free to be themselves instead of the uniformity that requires you to always see what you are part of, that is when the collective can thrive. This is not to say that you must ignore the collective in your wishes and in your pursuits, not in any way. The collective is vital, for it is as one that the planet will thrive. But to be as one does not, you understand, require you to sacrifice who you are. To be as one is quite the opposite. You will serve the collective when you are doing what you are here for. I do not speak in this way of the work that the world has told you you must focus on. I speak of the heart. I speak of the light that is sent out from the heart in every one of your interactions, in every thought that you give, in every word that you speak, and yes, in the work that you do, in amongst everything. For when you allow your very presence on the earth to be flavored by the very truth of who you are, this is when you become the expression that you were always meant to be, the expression of the divinity. This is when you become the child that Gaia has asked you to be and has only ever wished for you to be. Gaia, the true mother of all, wishes for you to be the greatest expression of yourself. As Gaia looks to her garden and does not ask any flower to be something different than its own self. It does not require a sunflower to grow the petals of a rose and become red. Why would it? The garden of Gaia allows each to thrive exactly as it is. And it is in that individuality that the collective has its beauty, that the collective attracts the bees, that the collective continues to thrive. This is what is asked of you as we step through this threshold, that you will thrive for the individual that you are as a part of the collective that is en masse so great. You and only you are here to be yourself. Ignore all those that tell you you should be another. Ignore all those that tell you how you must fall in line. You stand at the threshold now between ages of humanity, ages of history, ages, though, also of your own life. You stand now at the threshold of a time where you are asked, will you continue to be all that you thought you must be? Will you continue to be that which was foretold by another person that you should be? Or will you pull back the curtain and see who you are? Will you dive deep into that cosmic womb of which we speak and look in there to see what is beginning to germinate for you? What, when we remove that which does not belong, can truly thrive? What the flower of your own being looks like, feels like, smells like. And in so doing, will you allow yourself to be in that garden of your own creation? The world at this time will ask you not to be in your own garden, to spend all of your time walking the perimeter, peering into others' fences, that you may see what their flower beds look like and what they are growing and how. This is irrelevant. Cease being distracted by the masses. Begin to come back to the truth of yourself. We stand at a threshold now between the old and the new. The old was a threshold that pulled you away from yourself, that tore at you and pulled you into many parts, tearing you in different directions and asking you to be so many things that were all acceptable, that were all praised, that were all deemed good. Know that when you step away from being good, you are not being bad. Know that when you step away from being acceptable, you are not somehow to be cast aside and cast out. Know that the only true way for the collective to thrive is for you to be yourself, unfettered, unbound, unhidden. And as we stand, you and I, at this threshold between the old and the new, know that we, the watchers, who have always watched this world from afar, watching to see just what this experiment of life upon earth could unfold for you, but more than this, what this great school of earth, what this great temple of earth would ignite, that would feed out to the whole of the universe and beyond. We stand here watching and waiting not only for the world herself to change and turn, not only for the masses to see the light and change and turn, not only for humanity as a whole to collectively evolve into some halcyon future, but first for you to live in line with your heart. First, for you to take the flames of your own being, of your own truth, of your own radiance, and of your own illumination, and turn that torch into the darkness that lives within you to illuminate all that you are, all that is yours, and all that you offer to the earth. To live a life that day by day involves stepping into the places that light up your soul, involves undertaking the tasks that allow you to thrive, involves talking to those people that nourish and inspire, involves all of the things that you and only you are brought to life by. For in bringing yourself back to life, you allow the whole of the world around you to come back to life. I have told you we stand now at a threshold between the old and the new. What I have not said until this point is that we stand now, my friends, at a threshold of death. This is a time of death. But do not let that fear you. It is only those who have set the tone of your conversations, set the tone of your beliefs, who have led you to believe that death is a final, that death is something to be feared. Look to the earth around you and you will see that she does not go fearfully into the autumn months, that she does not go fearfully into the winter, for she knows that spring will return. Look to the sun in the sky as she sets on the horizon before you and know that she does not go fearfully into that dark place, for she knows that she will return. Look to the moon and the way that as she shrinks, she does not go fearfully into darkness, for she knows that a time will come when she will be full again. All of these know that death is not final, that death is not an end, that death is not a linear process. It is just another step in the great cycle of change. And so as you approach this threshold that is the threshold of a death, know this is a death, not the death. Know that this is not the end, but an end. And ask yourself, what will be rebirthed in me, for me, with me, and through me as I move through this portal and into the new birth? As I become the phoenix that rises from the ashes of the flames that I once felt would consume me. The earth is and has always been the phoenix. We have watched. We still watch. This is not a fire that will consume the whole earth. Do not let that worry you or make you afeared. This is not even a fire that will consume the whole of you, but it will consume what needs to die and leave behind the freshness of that which you are. Step fearlessly into this and know that the new beginning, the radiance, the pathway forward that is filled with the heart and powered by the soul, lies just beyond this current time, waiting, always waiting for you to surrender and step into it, and in doing so to lead the charge that will change the world in every way that is required. I give thanks to you for taking the choice to come here at this time. I give thanks to you for being unafraid as we step through this period. And I give thanks to you for all that you are and will bring as you move forward fearlessly as the person, as the soul, as the heart that you were brought here to be. Good evening.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. Okay. Kisahian dotoro numa. Duata ilaki e chonua trahin. Mahekuata la atahi. Totoro duata ilahia masekura hia wata hinda. Ndale kuturu shana sukua. Ia matrotono tolo yatra ia kava sekurua sena. Ndale ko tahe chana tarakushu wata kinda wata la hema hia kuro wata nata hia se. Ia kuro toro sakia lava se shotonoto hi. Nuatra ia ka tala anda hi. Rotuana tahiake. So as you really feel yourself dropping into your body now, Nduatahe, feeling every little bit of your being, your sitting bones on the chair or the bed where you are, feeling your spine rising up all the way past your back, into your neck, your skull, your arms and your legs. And just really feeling your physical body right now. Dunwa trahia kendalahia kurusuasahi. And feeling that strength within your physical body. Maturunwa tahia kendalahe. Andarahia ke. Feeling that strength in your spine. Nuatra ia kulu trahia ka sekurusunduata. And understanding that this beautiful vessel, this being, this body, Turunuatahia Kanna Lahio Kurase, is our portal way into Turutuanatahia Ke, the doors of change. It is our portal way into this evolution that is Gunuatahia Ke, standing in front of every single one of us today. Kurunuatahia Ke Nala. Indua sekiara sena. And part of what we are doing right now, Mutwana Trahiake, is to energetically prepare ourselves, Mutwana Trahiake Lasha, to step over the threshold, Nutwa Trahiake, that is in front of us right now. Ndua Talahiake Rasina Siake. And as we've been told tonight, Mutwana Trahiake Lashana Seke, the importance of our movement through Mutwanda Tahiake, this threshold, through this process, Munwatrahiake Lashana Sekurus Wase, and how the importance of you, Nutwata Tanahiake, being in your individual power, Mutwataranahiake Rasenahiake, and in your own strength, Mutwala tatahiake ratanatahiake, is what will power you through Mutwanda tatahi and help you to move into Nutwatratanahiake Arashana Sekurase, into this blueprint Nuatwataranahiake, that you Tutuanatata as a soul took on Dunuatarahiyama when you decided to come down to Tuanatahiake, to the school, to this place, and Tutwataratahiake that we call earth, Nutwatatatahiande Arashianda, when you allowed yourself to Tuandatahiake way back when to birth in Duatarahia through the Great Mother and Duatuara Hiake for the very first time. Duatana Takero Hiuoto. So as we move into the space Mutwana Tahi of honoring Iaratahiake, you Turutwana Tahiake, we first start Tutuana Trahia by tuning in to Tatalahiake, into your own energy field right now, Matuana Trahiake. And as you tune into your body right now, Allow yourself to feel into the parts of you and that is extending beyond Tutuana Tatahiake, the field of your own energy. Mutuana Trahiake, where are you keeping yourself locked in the dreams of someone else? Turuata Natahiake, where are you keeping yourself locked, Tutuanata, in the expectations of others? Mutuana Trahiake, where are you stopping your freedom? Mutuatra Nahiake, where are you stopping your growth and your own evolution? Mutuana Trahiake, by giving your energy out, Turutuanda Tatahiake, Andrua Tatata, by giving your power away, Matwala Tatahiangera Sio Sunwasa, Hinduatati Alemba Heokurasia Se, for you to move forward, Mutwana Trahiake, we have to undo the binds, Mutwana Trahiake, Alishanasa, that we have created, Mutwana Trahiake, to keep us here. Mutwana Talahiake Rashana Se. So allow yourself to sit in right now, Anguata Tatahiake, that feeling within your body, Matwana Tahiake, Orotutuatata, of where those leaks are, Matwana Trahiake, Ashunuswara Siaselashan, Ekuroha. And wherever that might be, Taretiande Tahiake, it might be in your heart, Mutwana Trahiake, your power center, your throat, Mutwanata, your thoughts, Malosha Sheda Riake, your creative abilities, Mutwana Trahiake, and your connections, Mutwana Trahiaka. Andula Shena Sikuru Suaseki, Anatahiake La. Yata. So take a moment right now, Anguatahiake, to be in your own energy field, and whatever comes up for you right now, Ualahi Nahiakurase, I want you to face that, Karanaki Kurokuatahiake, Ishonoto, because that is what Natatahiake, this energy is allowing us to do right now. Nguaratahiake is to pull back Matutuanatarahiake, that which belongs to you. Nguruata, and as you move, Turutuanatahiake, you have that piece of yourself back tonight. Nguatalahiake Rashanda Sekurunuata. So I want you to be very aware of where in your body, Matuandra Tatahiake, you are feeling this. Anguara Sekiake, and as we start, Matutuana Tarahiake, to disentangle Mutuana Tratatiake Rashondo Sorosuase, the energy Matarahiangela Shatara Tanuturuya Mahiake, that you have given out, Nutuaratahiakura Tanatahiake, and pulling that right back into your own energy field. And Dutuatata, that force of life, Mutuana Trahiake, returning that to you right now. Ukurukuake Kinakia Ramata Lahinda Hiake, Ushunutuatrahiake, Asana Lahia Matrutuataratahiake. So as we weave that back into your energy, Ongurakiake, into the structure of you, Ongurakiake Lashanasa Kiakuratatahiake, and sending love and healing Natrahiake to that situation, Angurakikia Taratahiake, that you participated in. Angurata Iakalashana Sekurutuatara Ida Laba, Iguruguatakira Dahiande, Peruakikia, and bringing that back into your body. Anguarasi Siana Salashonoso, Anguatatahiake, that force of energy within you, Natrahia Kalashana Sekirikia Kuturunuatatahi, as we weave that in Matuanatahia Kerashana Sakura Kuakekela Indatahiake, into the sense of you, Kurunuatatai Lama Akara Kuakara Natahi, Alashono Sorusu Akeke, Ashana Sahiake, as you come back into the space, Ungurukuakikia Taratatahia Kenata, Ilishana Sease, of becoming your own, Horutuana Tahiako. Alashanase yata. Take a moment. Wasanase iokunuatata. Take a moment to stop right now. Anduata. And feel into your heart space. Guanahiake. Because as your body becomes whole again, Hanguatanahiake, She becomes whole. Kurunuatahi ala tatanake. Ishundwatatahi akun. There's a part of you that gets to wake up again. Kunwatarahiake, a flame within you, tuandatarahiakana tutuata, that is starting to grow. Puruanatahiake, a flame that will guide you and waranake into the darkness, tuanatrahi, that will guide you into tuanda, this beautiful metaphorical death that is awaiting us, and duata, this evolution, mutwanatrahiake, of resurrection that we are standing in front of. Guanata, hilunduatarahiake rasha, the spirit of you, mutwandatahiake, the strength of you, guruanatahiake, the soul essence, Yanuatrahiake, that can only be lit up muatatahiake when you are in that space turuandata of a reclamation and duatrahiake of your parts, budwana, your energy field, mualake, your strength, and duatrahiake nahe, asiano. And I want you to become aware of the beautiful ancestors, mutwanatahiake, that is literally ndutatahiako, standing right behind you right now, holding the space for you. Ngurukuatatahiake rashana sekurahiake, literally cheering you on, mutwanatrahiake rashenda siase, because they have been waiting for you. Mutwanatrahiake rashonoso, ingurukuatatahiake, to stand up again, and duatatahia, in the space, angualashe, of your power and your magic and your light. Kurunuataki tuatrahiande, ashana serosunuatatahiake, and know that as you are standing up right now, anguaratatahiake lashana seku, that you are not standing up alone. Dutuatranatahiake, that you are not walking into this darkness, into this unknown by yourself. And the love that is pushing you forward from your soul essence, and from all your divine helpers, can move you right to the threshold. And duatra in garesuku la shamaseku, and druatra ikila shana sekurasiase. And as we stand here, matrutuahiake, on the edge of the darkness, kuruatatanahiake la shana se ariatatatahi kurutuata. My guides are showing me again Kutuana Tatahi, the beautiful fool from the tarot, Kutuana Trahiake, dancing on the edges of the unknown, and Duatatahiake, Alamake Kurunuata. And where we held fear before in our hearts, Mutwana Tahiake, because we don't know what is happening, Mutwatalahiake. Let me assure you, Guru Nuata Iakura Sanahiake, Aliyamata, that the magic in the unknown, Mbuatata, is waiting for every single one of us. Nduatahiake. And if we allow ourselves to move, Nduatatahiake, this fear, into tuatrahiake, into curiosity, Nguarasekia tatatanalahi, it will change everything. Nduatrahi, every step that we take, there is something new to see, there is something new to find, there's something new to discover about you, Akurukuanata, and the magic that your spirit is bringing back into the world. Mukwarakiakenata. So being true to yourself right now, Guruatatatahiakenda, is so important. Mualakeke asenase. So allow yourself now to stand here on the threshold with me, filled with this excitement of moving into the space of the utter unknown, Angualakeke, and just knowing that our hearts are propelling us forward right now. Angutorohiake rasenahiake, Ambua alacha kerasinoto atiaten, and know that you are not alone. Anduatatahe ikiama iloshanda. Kuruakekena. Ipoto nana iroku andatahiake. Know that you are held by this beautiful, beautiful earth of us. Know that you are held by the guides and the ancestors and divine beings of light. Know that you are held by your own spirit. Makura keke, the most important anchor within you. Nguatatahiake, the divine spirit, the essence, the soul heart of you. Akaranakiake. So take a moment, anduatatahe, just to embrace that soul self right now. Utanakiki, so much gratitude, so much love. Utwanatahe. Narakutuanata, that fire of you, hatonata. Pesonuatakin. Right. Tinake ayota. So as we seal that in, Guruna tahiake, amata la kuru kwata tatana tahio kurasa, ishunu tutuata tanata kera kia matata, ala tunu tuturu tututu yatatana kuru kwata kiake. Feeling that solidness in your spine, Gudwana tahiake. Feeling that strength in your physical body, make karanahi. Feeling that strength in your spirit tonight, karagwana kikianata. Era mahi o kurato no tohiake. Aiatana. And knowing that you are walking now, kuruandata, towards matarania kirashianda, the next iteration. Tanaki. Okay, wahianda. So as we just take a moment to bring all of our energy in here, ganata hiake, down into this dimension, back into the room where you are, back into the third dimension. Oof, la karakike, pulling ourselves right back into this reality. Start touching your arms and your legs. Wherever you're sitting, allow your hands to move. Allow your body just to come back in to your body. Okay, beautiful. Guru Nuata Kira Hiate. So as we take a moment to thank all of the beautiful energies for leading us and guiding us, Dunuata, your soul self, Atayake, all of your guides and helpers and beautiful divine beings of light. Gunuata ikiata rahiasin. And so, as I close our beautiful circle down, Duduanata hiake, Ishonama ekurahe avia lesh, amatraquara sekuna seha sehila yamatre kurokua. Ishanda seke. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Deep breath in and out. Just bring yourself fully back. Pat yourself if you need to. Move your shoulders and your arms and your entire being. And allow yourself just to drop back fully into your body.
All the way.
All the way. Right back into the earth.
Oh, thank you for that.
Okay.
You know, the call is clear, isn't it? The call is very clear. Just let yourself be who you were always meant to be.
Yeah.
Step into this fire courageously.
And allow yourself to have fun. I'm sorry, but this feels like the best fun we're ever gonna have. Like as I was stood there, I'm like, this is fucking amazing. Like it's just like shift the narrative around change. Change is where all the fucking fun is.
Absolutely. Think about, when we go on roller coasters, we got two choices when you go on a roller coaster. You can either sit there going, oh, I got a TOEFL, oh, I got a TOEFL, oh, I got a TOEFL. Or you can go, woo! There's going to be moments where we're all doing that. You can have those moments. We will absolutely give you those moments. But remember to do a bit of this sometimes too.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it just gets too much.
Yeah, exactly. And part of this journey is to return to the space of joy of all of this, right? Like, I feel like this is my lesson every day. It's like find the joy in this, find the joy in living, find the joy in the unknown and all of this that is around us, the beauty and the joy. This is what we're here for.
Always.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, right. I'm sure we'll be back for you all.
We'll be back soon. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this, please like it, comment, let us know how you found it, subscribe. If you really enjoyed it and want to share it with the people that matter to you, then please do that. We would love that.
Yeah,
If you're not already on our mailing list, then head over to our website, join the mailing list, because we will be sharing with you details of the forthcoming Glastonbury workshop very soon. And of course, we'll tell you when we're next going live and you can join us, which will, of course, also be awesome. But otherwise, take care. Remember to ride this wild ride in whatever way you need to. And we will see you again soon.
awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Charlie, for being out there holding space for us, babe. We appreciate you. And yeah, we will see you next month. And thank you so much for joining us. And yeah, please like, share, subscribe, do all those things. And have a fantastic evening. Thanks.